Hey gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey, and that is the top trim limited version of the 2023 Subaru Crosstrek. In this video, I'm going to take you on a quick tour. Alright, first things first, a huge thank you to Jeremy Jones and the team at Pelche Subaru here in Tyler, Texas for letting me show you around this top trim Crosstrek today. You can make this one yours or anything else on their lot. Just check out the link down in the description below. Tell them GT Garage Talk sent you. But let's talk about under the hood. Much like the Subaru Forester we tested earlier on this channel, this has got the 2.5 liter naturally aspirated Boxer 4 engine connected to a continuously variable transmission and Subaru's Symmetrical All-Wheel Drive. And this small little Subaru, that is good for over 30 mpg on the highway. It makes for a very efficient little cruiser. Closing the hood, we can appreciate the Subaru corporate design language. It does very much mimic all their other vehicles, just in a smaller stance. So you get your LED running lights and incandescent turn signals, very nice updated styled front up here on the front of the 2023 Subaru Crosstrek. I know I said front a lot there, I'm sorry for that, but it is what it is. No front camera on this one, no 360 camera on this one, but this is one of their entry-level models, albeit the top trim of it. Moving around to the side, you can see it's really more of a lifted hot hatch without the hot part, so a lifted hatch. And it's cute, it's got a nice design, and looking at the wheels and tires up front here, these are Falcon tires. I can't really see what the style of them is, but they are 225, 55, 18-inch rubber around these black and machine-faced wheels. Very nice look. Just complements the black and white two-tone on this particular model very well. Again, it really is just a tall hatch, but we've got the wheels pushed out to the corners, very short overhangs all the way around. I'm sure that'll play a little bit more when we climb inside. Moving around to the back, very familiar Subaru styling back here as well. It looks like a smushed Forester. I keep bringing up the Forester, but that one had a really tall greenhouse. This one, not so much, but yeah, just a cute little crossover from Subaru. This one does have a manual hatch, no power hatch, and you can see just how high it opens. We weren't able to get our full-size luggage in a long ways in this one and still shut the hatch, but the seats do fold down, and because the reach-in is so short, I can actually fold them down from up here without really having to go around to the side. Just lift up and throw that forward. So you can see now I've got plenty of room to put that luggage in and shut the hatch. It is a 60-40 split. This one does have the dealer installed seat back protection as well as the flooring protection here. There is a spare tire underneath here, so in the event that you needed it, you would have to pull all of your luggage out. This one does also have the sunshade in it, and unlike bigger Outback, this does not have the two-stage version of this sunshade, so you'll just have to do with that right there. Again, I'm 5'10", this is how high the hatch is, so actually quite a bit of room. I've been in some big three-row SUVs that didn't have as much room below the hatch as this one, but it might make for grabbing this handle a little bit harder for those that are vertically challenged, but it is very easy to close and pull down just in one fell swoop. Before we get into our limited trim, I did want to show you the key. It's typical Subaru proximity key here. So lock, unlock button is the Subaru logo, and then the hatch button that just releases the hatch, but since it's not a power hatch, it doesn't open it. It is a proximity key, so you can just leave it in your pocket. You can lock it by pushing that spot right there. You can unlock it simply by putting your hand on the back and touching the back of the door handle. and it will unlock for you. Before I get in and cover up this seat, let's just take a look at the black and orange accents of this one. I really like the orange stitching and the orange perforation on this. Really gives it some visual interest. Unfortunately, I'm about to sit down on it, so I'm going to cover up one of the two very beautiful front seats in this one. Closing the door, I can say you get a nice mix of textures and colors and looks right here. So we've got some more of that Syntex, Startex seating material right here. It is perforated. Then we have some synthetic carbon, some injection molded plastic. Then your window controls, automatic up down for the front two, not for the back. Very wide window lockout button. Moving over here, you get your control panel for various different safety features and your brightness control for the gauges. And let's go ahead, fire up that 2.5 liter Boxer engine. Typical Subaru startup. You get a smaller version of their Starlink infotainment. Nice little helper screen up there that gives you your fuel information, your climate information. You also get a little helper screen here between the gauges. Very typical Subaru layout here. Typical Subaru steering wheel. This one does have X mode as well. That will allow you to go through a couple different situations that you wouldn't without it. So it changes your throttle mapping and that symmetrical all-wheel drive, and it does give you a really cool off-road layout here on this helper screen, showing your pitch and roll and just what your vehicle is doing when X mode is engaged. Very busy steering wheel. There's a lot going on from your safety information, your radio information, and then that's how you control that screen right there. Typical Subaru Starlink infotainment. Won't get into that, but you can actually put a CD in this one. Very interesting there. Single zone automatic climate control. Nothing too fancy there. Your manual or your actual mechanical, there's the word I'm looking for, gear selector for the CVT. There is what the backup camera looks like. And then down here you have 2-mode heated front seats, not ventilated, and you can see it is just the seat bottom, 4.5 cup holders, and then a decent sized center console that has a little bit of an extension for the armrest. And yes, honest to goodness, manual handbrake, because you can still get a Crosstrek with a manual transmission. This one just doesn't have it. But all around, a very nice front seat, front portion of the cargo compartment here, and at 5'10", I've got plenty of room. It is a small, cute, lifted hot hatch, minus the hot. I don't know why I keep saying, I want it to be a hot hatch. Give it more power, Subaru. Drop the WRX and engine in it and let us have some fun. But pretty good headroom up here in the front, but let's check out that back seat. All right, opening the door and getting in the back seat, you can see the rear seats do fold relatively flat. So that was folded down from earlier, showing you the cargo compartment, and the rear seats echo that design that I liked so much on the front seats. Let's see just how comfortable it is back here in the back of the Crosstrek. Really, actually quite good. So again, sitting behind myself at 5'10", plenty of room there, and plenty of room in general in here. I wouldn't really want to put 3 across in here, but you can easily put 2 across. Headroom is just as good as up front. I'm not really going to be banging my head, but we are getting pretty close. So I've just got a few fingers width of extra room up here, but a very comfortable back seat nonetheless. And you can see the textures and materials do continue to the back doors here. A couple bottle holders in the doors. Nothing on the back of the center console. Single map pocket on the back of the passenger seat. Nothing here on the back of the driver's seat. We do have a fold-down center armrest that doesn't go all the way down, so it actually does its job as an armrest and doesn't flop to the bottom of the seat. Does a really nice job, and it is rather comfortable back here. I could see this being a fun first car, first Subaru for many people. Speaking of which, you can make it your first Subaru if you've never bought from the brand and fallen in love with Subaru the way their marketing tells us you will. Just visit the website for Pelche Subaru, linked down in the description below. If you go to their lot, tell them GT Garage Talk sent you. As for us, follow us along on every social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all at GT Garage Talk, or just head on over to gtgaragetalk.com where you'll find links to everything we do. Be sure and like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all the things that you have to do to tell the algorithm you want to see more from us, because we are going to be posting lots of videos from January 3rd to February 3rd. So if you don't want to miss any of those, do all the things. Let the algorithms know. And until next time, gearheads, bye.